Hi, this is Vanessa Armstrong with Reactor Magazine. And Rebecca, I want to ask a spoiler question with the understanding the answer won't go up till that airs. Um, but your character has a long-term relationship with Ortegas, and Ortegas goes through a journey this season, and you act as a role model to her. Could you talk a little bit about how your character approaches that challenge with Ortegas and how she
Well,
seeks help her through it?
in season three, Una is now placed in. There's several times where she has to take over for Pike, so we get to see who Una would be as captain potentially, how Una would take over as in command, and how she would deal with a crew member who's insubordinate. And so it was fun to explore that and to see what kind of captain Una could possibly be. I think Una has always been very connected with her crew. I think she prides herself on that. But she's also, we see a more stern side of her when it comes to insubordination. And we see her really come down on Ortegas. And we're gonna see that a few more times in season three of examples of how Una might be as captain. So I think it's fun. It's fun to think about it too. Like, what kind of a captain would Una be? Probably fair, very connected to her crew, but also always correct and on the right side of history, while doing what we always do on Star Trek, which is bending the rules for the greater good.
Great, Suzanne, you're next.
Hi, I'm Suzanne from TV Mag. How are you today?
Hi, good. How are you?
Pretty good. How would you describe number one's relationship with Pike besides professional? Good friends, brother and sister, father and daughter, or potential future romantic partners?
Never romantic. I would say very good old friends. We imagine, and we don't know because it's never been fleshed out for us. So we've decided between the two of us that we were probably at Starfleet Academy together and knew each other since way back when, and have always admired each other and trust each other deeply. I would say very good friends, old friends. In fact, every time Jonathan Frakes comes to direct, whenever we have a Pike Una scene, every time he starts every scene, he goes, old friends. He always starts with that. Every scene starts with us.
Okay, thank you so much.
Up next is Kyle. Kyle, you're muted. Can you try that again, Kyle? Unmute. Go ahead.
Yeah, I should probably do this not on mute. Hi, Kyle Wilson with the Lamplight Review. Hey, Rebecca. Season three has been a lot of fun so far. Every season has seen an evolution in the storytelling and the characters, I think more so than a lot of shows. How would you feel season three sets itself apart from the prior seasons, as well as Una as a character?
Well, by season three, Una is no longer hiding behind her secret, which she's been holding about being an Illyrian and being genetically modified and a member of Starfleet. So I think she's been cleared at Astra Prospera. There's a freer, lighter version of Una that we get to see in season three. And season three, we continue to play with genre and jump from one genre to another. We really didn't think we could outdo ourselves after season two. But season three is so strong, and we just continue to, jump from horror into straight up comedy into another genre that I can't mention. But here we are at the end of season four. We're just about to wrap up season four, and I have to say it might be my favorite season yet. So there's so much to look forward to. And we don't know how the writers come up with their ideas, but they keep thinking way outside the box, and it's really fun as an actor to try and tackle it every time.
Up next, we have Joshua.
Hi, Joshua Maloney, Niagara Tribune Sentinel. Rebecca, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So when you're dealing with a franchise that is so iconic, so prolific, of course, there's going to be something of a template that you have to adhere to, right? But as an actor, as a creator, certainly you also want to make it your own. You want to leave your indelible mark. So how do you sort of navigate these two ideas? And boldly go where no one has gone before.
Well, not only that, add to the fact that I'm playing a character that was
everybody,
created
this is
60
Rick
years
Danigella
ago.
from CNN News Source.
Oh, I'm hearing
Do
somebody
you have
else.
7 minutes?
Is
Yep.
there any way we can get rid of that other voice that's talking in my ear? Okay, sorry. I'm playing this character that was created 60 years ago by Majel Barrett Roddenberry and never got to get fleshed out. So there's this added pressure of fleshing out this character, which has been really fun to explore and to create. And we now know so much more about her. And it's, like I said, been 60 years. But the pressure of getting that right on top of all the other things that we have to attempt to get right. We feel the pressure, and we also feel the support. We feel like we really enjoy the support of the Trekkies and the fandom, and we listen to them, and they make requests and give us notes and comments, and some we take to heart, some we don't. But it's we're very proud of this show, and we feel the love certainly when we meet the fans of the franchise in person, and we really appreciate them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Sabrina.
Hi, Rebecca. Sabrina from the Sci-Fi Sisters. And
Hi.
I just want to say thank you for fleshing out number one. This was one of my favorite characters. I was back there when Major played her, and it has been a joy watching you play this and give us all this information. So now I'm going to ask you, Rebecca, a question. I know that you're a real Trekkie, and I love the way you're bringing back some of these TOS characters into this show. I have one character that I would hope to God you bring back, but do you have one that you would love to see the writers bring into the show?
Khan. Definitely Khan.
I love you so much. Okay.
Good question.
That's the right answer. Okay.
Okay, good.
I'm looking at you. Okay.
We're
Oh my God.
We're obviously from the same generation, you and I.
Oh yeah, I know you know your TOS. Oh no, you know it. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, up next, we have Sean.
Hey there, Sean Todger from Nortropolis. It's an extreme pleasure to meet you, and I've been really enjoying the new season.
Oh, good.
You have been working in tons of other huge franchises with impressive sets, but what do you love most about being on a Star Trek set and being part of a cherished fandom?
It's really the most out-of-body experience I've had so far was the first time I walked onto the set of the bridge of the Enterprise. It was really I just felt this it was really one of the most pinch me moments I've ever experienced in my life, because the set itself is 360 degrees, including the ceiling, and you feel like you are in Star Trek. It's and also it's the bridge of the Enterprise was what I grew up watching as a child. So to step on it and realize that that's where I get to work now was really one of the greatest moments of my life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Gig.
Yes, Gig Patter with Alarum Online. Rebecca, I do love the fact that Una has gotten fleshed out, and we've been introduced to a lot of first officers and captains throughout the years that respect authority, don't respect authority, follow Federation rules, or don't follow Federation rules. So I want to ask you, as Rebecca, what is a true quality of a leader that Rebecca would love to follow?
I like to think of myself, I'm a good girl. My mother raised me right, and I support the tenets that hold up society. I don't believe in stealing. I believe in the basic rules that we all must follow to keep civilization civilized. So yeah, I would say that I follow the rules. I'm really not much of a rule breaker. I adhere to protocol, much like Una does. There's a lot I do have in common with Una, actually. yeah, I hope to be on the right side of history like Una does. I think Una is correct, and I like to try and be correct, but that's a lot of pressure too. So, no one's perfect. Certainly, everyone's got their flaws.
I'll certainly do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, Fabio.
Rebecca, this is Fabio Fiore of Blue Screen Reels. I have a question for you regarding stepping into the set, transforming into Una as a character. I think the hair and makeup department do an amazing job. What has been your experience, getting in the makeup chair and then stepping in and trying out different hairstyles as well, and kind of embodying the character through that and through their art.
It's really fun, and I'm grateful for the amount of freedom and trust that our producers put into me and our wonderful, talented hair and makeup departments to play within the realm of our show. I really try and consider the retro side of the Enterprise and embrace the fact that the original series was filmed in the late 60s, and I try to keep a little bit of that nostalgia in with Una and the choices we make for the look of the character. Our wardrobe, our costume department is also supremely talented, and when we have to wear things other than our uniforms, which are perfectly made and perfectly tailored, fabric is not very breathable, but that's all right. Sometimes we wear dresses and gowns that are made by Alexander McQueen's dressmakers. I mean, they really have top-notch people creating the most beautiful looks for us, and we have people on our set that can everyone is so talented. So it's an honor to work with such talented people and come up with ideas.
Yeah, Bernadette Croft is an amazing costume designer.
Amazing,
So,
amazing.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great. And next will be Jeremy.
Hey, Rebecca. Jeremy Mathai from splashfilm.com. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So obviously this is a show that kind of plays around in all these sorts of different genres and tones. You have the zombie episode, you have, the straight up action with the gore, and you even have, the fantasy episode a few seasons ago, the musical, and obviously, everything to come in season 3. I feel like Una in particular, along with Captain Pike, are the characters kind of guiding us through this, like in the middle of all this zaniness, kind of keeping things on the straight. Which tones and genres were your favorite to kind of sink your teeth into the season? Which ones were the most challenging, and why?
I would say taking on the holodeck episode and taking on this loose interpretation of this Lucille Ball character was a tall order for myself as an actor. To be asked to play a version of Lucille Ball is like a dream come true, and also super, super challenging and scary, but really fun. And speaking of giant swings, I mean, we're just about done with season 4, and there are some genres in that one that I don't even want to get into. I can't get into it, but things that I never ever thought would happen. Anyway, and then there's also the 4.5 Vulcans in season 3. You're going to see evidence of a love story, of a romance for Una that is going to play out, and that's one of the most fun things I've ever gotten to shoot on this series.
Thank you so much, Rebecca.
Thank you.
And up next, we have Cameron.
Hi, Cameron Harrison from Open Pike Night. Going back to Una as captain and having those tough conversations with her crew and with insubordination, from an acting standpoint, what are those scenes like? Are they tough to film, or is everything business as usual, as cut is called?
I would say business as usual. We know what our roles are, and at this point, hopefully, I've been playing this character for close to 7 years now, so. I think we are able to slip comfortably into these roles, and I think we've taken ownership of them. And obviously our dynamics between our characters are completely different from our dynamics in real life. We're a very tight-knit cast, and it's fun to suss out these relationships that are scripted for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. And we have Lacey. If you could also state your outlet, please, when you start. Thank you.
Hi, Rebecca. I'm Lacey from Den of Geek.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And I have to tell you that the relationship between Pike and Una is one of my absolute favorite things about the show. And I'm not quite sure if it's because they're kind of like the mom and dad of the group, or it's just that they're both like really, I don't know if service-hearted leaders is the right word, but that's kind of like the vibe that I get from it. I would love to know, like, that's not really a leadership style that you see a lot from certain captains, cough, Kirk, cough, in Star Trek. And I would love to know how you think their relationship and that sort of like putting
I imagine that their friendship goes back so far because they share the same values. I imagine that they have always admired each other's adherence to protocol and commitment to Starfleet, and they have the same value system, which is, I think, why they work so well together and why they admire each other so much as friends.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sure.